We are working through all the videos to teach you how to use the Singer Confidence 7463 sewing machine. So if you do have a machine that's similar, I bet you're going to find a lot of good information. So here is where we're going to find the accessories when it came fresh from the factory. So take off this little tape and then open the little box that rolls out. This accessory box actually slides off. That's what exposes the free arm. But it's in here where the little buttonhole foot is and the bag of accessories. So let's go through these just to see what you get with the machine. And then once we're done with the accessories, we'll get into how to properly thread and wind a bobbin and get started so you know exactly how to use this machine. I still say that if you know how to properly thread the machine, it will work. And a few tricks along the way to help you understand it, and it will treat you well, and you can have fun sewing your projects and not fighting with the sewing machine. So once we open this little bag, oh my goodness, lots of goodies here. So you do have one regular standard presser foot on the machine. The next one is a standard presser foot, but it's cut out on the back side. See that big opening? This is perfect for when you do some of those decorative stitches. You also have a blind hem foot. This is adjustable, so we'll be doing videos on each of these feet. This adjustable blind hem foot can also be used as a top stitching foot, so I love the fact that we have that included with the machine. This is a one-step buttonhole foot, so we'll show you, are you supposed to put it on like this or like this, and then actually how you can put your own button in the buttonhole foot, and then the machine will do the exact buttonhole size based on this button in the foot. So it's really awesome. So check those out when you are looking for that. The other foot that comes with this machine is a zipper foot. You do see that it has two places for you to attach it to the machine. So if you're sewing on the right side, you attach it to one side, and then on the left side, you can flip-flop between those. Next, we don't have the ability to lower the feed dogs, but we have a cover. So when you do place this cover, you're covering up the teeth so it can't pull the fabric through. And just make sure that when you put it on there, you are lining up the needle so it actually goes through that particular hole and not missing it if you go the wrong way. Trust me. We also have 3 bobbins that came out of this bag, but there is also 1 bobbin that came inside the machine. And so you have a total of 4 bobbins. These are your standard class 15 clear bobbins. So one of the most easiest to find these days. And so just make sure you always use the right size of bobbin. If you have another machine that had some smaller clear plastic bobbins, they don't fit, so don't use them. All right, so make sure you always use the right ones. You do have a vertical spool pin that technically fits right up here way at the top, and I'll show you when we get to threading why you would use this instead of the one that's laying horizontal. When we do put our thread on the machine, you do need to put a spool cap on. So for example, a spool of this size, we would want to, actually that size actually fits, but if you have any bigger ones, then you use a spool cap like this. When you do put it on the machine, you will want to make sure that there's not a gap between the spool cap and the spool. If you don't want your thread getting caught down between those two, what's going to happen is it's going to pull and break your needle, and then you're like, what? And it was actually just your own fault. So those are the things that we're going to make sure you don't have issues with when we are stitching. I do have a couple of felt pads. Sometimes we put these on the vertical spool pin so it doesn't fly away or get spinning too fast. You can also do, nope, you can't do that. The felt pad goes on like that. And then we have needles. Needles are very key to the success of using a sewing machine. So one thing to note about needles, they do not have to say Singer, but they just need to be a standard household sewing machine needle. So you can get Schmetz, you can get Inspira, there are other brands out there. So just know that you don't have to be searching for the Singer needle. Other ones will work in your machine. But you have a nice little variety pack in here for both woven fabrics and knit fabrics. And very important about your machine is to clean it. So there is a little brush, and when you pull the end out of the brush, it's actually a seam ripper as well. So as you flip that over, now you have a handle that you can use to, unfortunately, take out your seams. So if you're ready, I'm ready. I'm going to put these accessories back into the box, and then we are going to thread and wind a bobbin next on this machine.